Alright, so now we move to our multiplication and division. So if I give you 3 times 2, 3 times 2 results to 6. So now what we call this 6? 6 is called the product. So product is the results of multiplying with 3 and 2. Product. Product is the answer of multiplication of two numbers being multiplied. Ne? Okay? And then now if I say 6 divided by 2, my answer is 3. So 3 is called the quotient of 6 and 2 of 6 divided by 2. So 6 is called the dividend, and then 2 is called what? The divisor. Okay, so we are dividing. So now when we are dividing, there's some other rules that we have to follow from our integers. So now I'll do this thing. I'll say I have a friend Yami will be representing what? Positive. And then I have the enemy. My enemy is representing what? Negative. Okay. So now let's check what's happening with our friend. Number 1. A friend of your friend is your friend. Is also your friend. Ne? So now what does it tell us mathematically? Positive, remember, positive times what? Positive will give us what? A positive. You can see a positive times a positive will give us what? A positive. It will never change. So now let's check the other one. A friend of your enemy is your enemy. A friend of your enemy is your enemy. What you know about friend, Ganje? Positive times what? Enemy, negative, is equals to what? Negative. Okay. Never change. Positive times negative will always give us what? Negative. Okay. And then now let's check. We'll see. We'll now say an enemy of your friend. An enemy of your friend is what? An enemy of your friend is your enemy also. What would you say about enemy? Negative. Times what? Friend? Positive. Is equals to what? Your enemy, which is what? Negative. So negative times positive is equals to negative. Okay. Then the last one, D. An enemy of your enemy is what? Your friend. Huh? You guys are having the same enemy. So an enemy which is negative times what? An enemy which is negative will be equals to what? A friend, which means is equals to positive. So negative times a negative is equals to positive. So it's important when you have to. Okay. So now let's do our question. Okay, so another thing, when it comes to our division, we apply the same thing. So a positive divided by a positive will give us a positive. And a positive divided by a negative will give us what? A negative. A negative divided by a positive will give us what? A negative. Then a negative divided by a negative will give us what? A positive. Okay. So now we know that when it comes to my operation signs, the operation inverse of positive is minus. It's minus, and the operation inverse of positive of minus is what? Negative. When it comes to multiplication, multiplication goes with division. So the inverse of multiplication is division. Then the inverse of division is multiplication. Okay. Now let's do our questions now. Alright, so now our first question says what? Calculate the following. So we're dealing with multiplication. So number one says 6 times 4. Let's multiply 6 4 times. So 6, 12, 18, 24. So our answer is 24. Can you see? It's positive times positive. That's why our answer is what? It's positive. Now let's move to B. How is the sign of negative of 3? It's negative. How is the sign of 5? Positive. Why? Because we said a sign that comes before a number or a term, it goes with that number. Ne? So 3 is negative. A negative times a positive is what? An enemy of your friend is what? It's your enemy. So what is 3 times 5? 3 times 5 is 15. Okay. Now let's move to C. An enemy of your enemy, a friend. So our answer will be what? Positive. What did you say if it's positive? There's no need to show the sign. So 6 times 2 is what? It's 12. So our answer is positive now. Positive. Okay. And now let's move to division. Okay. So now let's do our next question. We're now dealing with division. A negative divided by, how is the sign of 4? Positive. So a negative divided by a positive, our answer must be what? Negative. What is 12 divided by 4? Our answer is negative 3. So it's important again, negative 12 divided by 4 can also be written as negative 12 over 4. Very important. So now let's continue with our next question. Negative divided by negative, it's a positive. So our answer will be positive. Then what is 18 divided by 9? Our answer is 2. Then now our last question, C. It says what? Positive divided by positive. A positive divided by positive is a positive. So what is 24 divided by 12? 24 divided by 12 is what? As 2. Then now we'll now move to questions whereby we are combining our multiplication, our division, our addition, and subtraction. So we're now combining all of them. Okay, so now we're now combining our addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So now we can calculate the following. So now let's try to calculate the following. Remember, you have to remember your integers. Multiply the negative with the negative, positive with the positive. Okay, and then you should be able to check how many terms do you have in that question. Like with number 1, it says 3 plus 5 minus 4 times 2. So how many terms do we have? We have 1, 2, 3. Remember, we said the only thing that separates our terms is what? It's a plus and a minus. Okay, so now what does it tell us? We are not allowed to say 5 minus 4 before 4 multiplies with what? With 2. So now we apply our BODMAS application first in this case. But what about 3 and 5? What can we do with 3 and 5? We can add them. So what is 3 plus 5? 8. And minus, what is 4 times 2? 4 times 2 is what? It's 8. Can you see? What is 8 minus 8? 0. Then your answer becomes what? Number 2. Analyze our question. How many terms do we have? 1, 2, 3 terms. So now we are not allowed to say 4 minus 2 before 2 divides what? 2. Another thing, in this case, 16 must also divide what? 4. Now let's answer our question. So we'll have our 4. What is 2 divided by 2? 2 divided by 2 is 1. When you divide any number by itself, you get 1. Eh? Okay, so now let's check. How is the sign, Lana? It's negative, and then this 2 is what? It's positive. And negative divided by positive is what? It's negative. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay, then we say 16 divided by 4. Positive 16 divided by positive 4 will give us what? Positive 4. Okay, then now let's continue. What is 4 minus 3? What is 4 minus 3? 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is what? It's 3. Then we still have that plus 4. 3 plus 4 is what? 7. So our answer becomes what? 7. Okay. Now let's continue to our next question. Our next question, how many terms do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so in this case, we're not allowed to say 17 minus 8 before this 8 multiplies what? 2. Okay, you cannot say 2 plus 4. You cannot say 3 minus 3. It's important. So now let's write our 17 the way it is. Minus times a positive, it's a negative. What is 8 times 2? 8 times 2 is what? 16. Positive 4 times positive 3. Positive 4 times positive 3 is positive 12. Minus 3 times positive 3. A negative times a positive, negative. 3 times 3, 9. Okay, so what can we do now? We'll subtract this, and let's subtract this. So now let's check. 17 minus 6 is 1. 12 minus 9, 12 minus 9 is it 3? 3. 12 minus 9 is positive 3. Then what is our answer? Our answer is positive 4. So now let's move to our next question. We are now having AMA brackets. So we should work out AMA brackets. So we're not allowed to say 25 minus 2. It's wrong. How many terms do we have, Lana? 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. The bracket, whatever that is inside the bracket, will be taken as 1. So now let's check. We'll write our 25 the way it is. Our negative 2 the way it is. Please don't say 25 minus 3. Then what is 4 plus 3? 4 plus 3 is 7. And then we'll say plus 4. Or 4, we cannot add 4 and 3. It's incorrect because that 3 must be divided by 3 first. So what is 3 divided by 3? A positive divided by positive. So we'll get 1, positive 1. Okay. Then now let's write our 25 the way it is again. Bracket, multiply. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. What is this? 4 plus 1 is what? Positive 5. Let's calculate this. 25 minus 14. 25 minus 14. 11 what? 25 minus 14 is 11. Plus what? Plus that 5. Then what is our answer? Our answer is 16. Done.